Hey guys, back in the movie room here that I've created over the years, a couple of years I guess. Maybe it's 3 now, I don't know. It's been a while. You have to go back to my videos to see when I moved over to this location. Used to be a bedroom, and it was one of my 18-year-olds, and he did not keep it nice. And I don't even want to get into some of the deals with that, but I basically booted him out of it. And you know, we have a fixed up basement with a carpet, and you know, it's heated, and it's got a television, a big screen TV. And it's not like it's bad, but two of them shared a bedroom down there already, and then he got to take over the lion's share of the basement. Big area, so it wasn't like he was punished, but I wanted this, and I got it. So I was tired of coming in and having it look lousy. So anyway, so I've got some stuff to show you. One kind of big item, and then some smaller things, all of which have something to do with my latest obsession, and it's a big one, which is Overwatch. I've played that game more than any game I've ever played on a console, and that says something because I've only had it for maybe a month or something like it. The competitive mode started. Now, if you're playing Overwatch, you have some idea what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'll tell you that they took all the Overwatch players from everywhere in the world, and they ranked them from 0 to 100, the highest. I don't know anybody who's even in the 90s. The highest score I know of in the world is an 84. I started out at a respectable 43, which is actually really good for me. I was 4 wins and 6 losses, but it's more about how you play and your win-loss record. The losses have something to do with it for sure. So even though I played really well in a lot of the teams, I still lost ground on my score. So I started out as a 43, which I thought was pretty decent. I'm now at a 38. And the reason for that is every time I win a game, I go up this much. The bar goes like from here to here, let's say. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, this is level 37 and 38, or 38 and 39, I guess. I'll go up this much. But if I'm up here, almost to 39, let's say, and I lose, I go down like this. And the reason for that is because of quitters. So you've got these kids. I'm going to say they're 10, 12, 13, 14, something like that. Who knows? And when they lose, they're calling it rage quitting. And I think it's something that's done in other games as well. So they just quit. And what happens is when they quit, since it's a 6-on-6 game, if 1 or 2 of them quit, you get less points because they quit. Because it looks like you're only beating a team of 4, which of course you should. But the problem is they quit like right at the end of the game. So when they know they're going to lose, when it's obvious, they quit. And then you only get this. And somehow they should. What I think they should do is monitor how much time was left when the person quit. And if it's only 30 seconds, it should count as if they finished the game, in my opinion. Although I've seen a lot of overtime victories, but typically when you're quitting, it's pretty much like you're done. Now they say they're going to have penalties for these people eventually, but meanwhile they're ruining scores and ruining what I think is a halfway decent point system. So all these things have something to do with Overwatch. Let me start with these pop figures. I don't think I've shown these before, so let me show them now. I haven't taken them out of the box yet, but I'm going to. I'm not a big fan of leaving these things in the box. I guess if I had shelves to stack them on, I might, but I don't. So this is Tracer. You see Tracer in there? Yeah, Tracer is, which light as I can muster. Tracer is kind of the main character that's on the box anyway. I don't think she's the main character, but she is on the box. So I got Tracer. I think she's cool looking. I was surprised how light these were, with the exception of one, which I'll show you in a minute. Next is a character that I just started playing, and I think this is one of the better looking ones as far as really resembling the character itself, and that is Reaper. Reaper. He's got a black hood and kind of a skull mask. He fires 2 guns that are almost like little mini shotguns. He looks like that. Really cool. I picked these up for like $10, which I thought they're about $10 each. I thought they were nice. Next is a character I played a lot more of. More than any of these, I played this the most. It's one of the simpler ones. It's one of the more straightforward characters in Overwatch. if you've played any sort of a Halo, Call of Duty, any of those games, this one is most familiar. He's a stand-up soldier. His weapon is fairly easy to aim. Not for me necessarily, but for others. And that is Soldier 76. So he's got these are not his eyes up here. That's part of the visor that's covering his eyes. He's got a scar on his forehead. Get a good look at him here. He's cool looking. He looks good in the uniform, yeah. Soldier 76. And then lastly, the heavier one and the bigger one of all these, and that is Winston. Winston is like a giant monkey, I guess you'd say. Smart, scientist type. Here's what he looks like. Comes in a white suit, and that's his standard fare. He's big. Let me just take Winston out of the box. I don't know if I've ever had Winston out of the box. Let me take him out of the box. You'll be able to see him a little bit better, I think. And like I said, I don't plan on leaving these guys in the box. I might keep the box. The problem with that is then you got to find a place to put the box. So, I don't know. Hard to say. But I can take him out easy enough. And he's cool. He's definitely cool. So here's Winston. He's got kind of a backpack on. Winston, as a character, can jump really far and do a lot of damage. He lands on things. He stands up nicely. He can land on things and really do some heavy-duty damage. That's Winston. He's also got well, they don't show here, but he's got, I guess it's not a gun. I guess he has like a, something that comes out here like an electrical charge of some sort, I think. It might be a gun. Maybe they just don't show the gun because it's cool to have him stand like this. But Winston's very cool looking, I think. All of these will get a place on my shelves soon enough. I more or less made room for them, so yeah. Let's go back in the box for now. Like I said, I don't know if I plan on keeping the boxes. I do know that like some of the other things I've gotten, like I want something from Roger, Channel Dawnstar, which is really cool. It's the Child's Play Chucky and His Bride. Very neat. And I've left that in the box for now. I know I asked people's opinion and he said take it out of the box, but he left it in the box. So far I left it in the box. I'm going to be selling some stuff to make some more room on my shelves because I want to be able to buy new stuff, and really I am out of room. I mean, there's no other place I can put them unless I'm going to start storing them in boxes, and I don't want to do that. I want to be able to display them and look at them and, grab one when I want it. If I want to watch, if I'm in the mood to watch the Twilight Zone, the complete collection, the modern one, I want to be able to find it and grab it. I don't want to have to look through boxes to get it. So I'm in the process of selling some out-of-print Criterions on eBay. Could I get the most bang for the buck? Third Man, the Teshigahara box set, which goes for a shitload of money. Mine's in really good shape too. I've seen them going for like over 100, well over 100. Mine's in what I would consider to be just about new condition. In fact, I bought this new. So I would say this is pretty much brand new. I bought it for it went out of print. And it is in impeccable shape, if I do say so myself. And I've kept it in this plastic ever since I've got it. So there's really no shelfware to speak of or discoloration or anything, which is nice. So hopefully I get a good price for that. The Third Man by Carol Reed. Again, just about perfect condition. This is the DVD, not the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray goes for ungodly amounts of money. I don't know why. Well, I know why. It's a great movie, and it's Orson Welles, and a lot of good extras on it. But I'm selling mine on DVD. That's okay though. And I'm sure those are the only two I've listed so far. But I'm sure I'll list some other things. I've got a couple unopened things that I might just list as new and try to get what I paid for it. The reason I'm doing all this is because I went out and bought something pretty extravagant. Not in the world of movies, I guess it wouldn't be, but it is in the world of just things in general. And that is this. This goes back to the Overwatch thing. I wanted to have... I wanted to play better in Overwatch. And I'm finding that the controller that I have with the Xbox is not to my liking. Even though I can sort of customize it within the game, I can't customize it to the way I'd like. And this controller will hopefully help me to do that. This is an extravagance. I'm not gonna lie. This is the Xbox One Elite wireless controller. $150 this sells for the controller, and I defy you to find it for less other than on eBay. Walmart, Amazon, everybody has it for like $149, $149.99. I had a gift card, and I just really wanted it. I have 30 days to return it if for some reason I'm not happy with it, but I have a feeling I will be happy with it. From everything I've heard, first of all, the box is really heavy for a controller, and it's big for a controller. And this allows you to customize a lot of things on it. Everything from these are all magnetic and they pull right off. All these things, this, you can pull them right off. You can actually determine how bright you want the light to be here, which I thought was kind of cool. Can't change the color, but you can determine how bright you want it to be. It has a curve to how these control. And these, this, of course, this one right here is the one you would aim with typically, which is the one that gives me the trouble. It has 3 sizes, like the standard, a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, so that you're essentially controlling it up here, which they say sometimes when you're up above it and so you move it a little, it moves it a lot down here type of thing. It's supposed to be easier. And then the manager was telling me he owns this. He said the feel on it is a lot smoother. So sometimes on the other one, if I want to move it a little, it feels like I can't quite get the right just to how to do that, I guess. This is supposed to help, so we'll see. And the triggers can be set to go half. So right now the triggers, you have to go all the way down. This you can just set them to go like this. So for shooting quickly, this is what I wanted for first-person shooters. It's worth it to me, believe it or not, to invest in something like this. First of all, it's cool. It's customizable. All the parts are magnetic on it, which I think is cool. You can go with something like this with a standard cross. I'm not sure which I'm going to like, but I'll try both. You don't really use the cross much in Overwatch, but you certainly use everything else. So I'm really looking forward to opening this, which I will do shortly. Probably off camera, I guess, unless I get a lot of requests to show it afterwards. Mainly because I don't have a knife handy, I don't think. I have a knife handy. I don't think I do. Maybe what I'll do is look for a knife and come right back, assuming this thing is not too long. It's already getting pretty long. I'll probably just leave it like this and maybe open it in another package. But for right now, this is my Xbox One haul of Pop Funko figures from Overwatch and a controller specifically for Overwatch, but I'll use it for everything once I get it. Batteries or rechargeable batteries. You can get a recharger for it. I did not get the recharger. It's like $40. It also comes with a 9-foot cord, and it's a nice cord. I can't think of what they call it. It's like a corded cord, I guess. And that can plug right into the Xbox One, and so you don't need any batteries at all to play with this, which I may do. I don't mind a cord. I don't mind a cord on it if it's 9 foot like that. I can play it easily from where I sit. I sit maybe 6 feet away, so I'll have plenty of extra room to mess with. Anyway, Xbox One Elite controller, made for the professional, but I'll settle for it. It'll settle for me. I mean, far from the professional, but if it takes me from amateur status to something a little bit better, I'll be happy. All right, guys, that is it. That's a heavy box. I'll try to open that in another video once I get a hold of a knife here. I'm sure I want someplace. And until the next video, take care. Dean of DVD, signing off. Oh, Criterion Collection sale. Not sure what I'm going to do there, but may pick up 1 or 2. There's a couple I really like the look of. Otherwise, I'll wait till the next Criterion Collection sale in November. But we'll see. Because I bought this, I'm getting a little bit gun shy. But and I need the room. So we shall see. All right, guys, take care.